Now that's Holy Music's anthem, right? I told you about Holy Diamond being Amsterdam's most controversial, let's say, artist or personality who has been here on the show, who was offended. He walked up. They had to bring him back. All of that. And I actually love his song with the girl songs. Shout out to Holy Diamond. He's based in Amsterdam, making his records one by one. Anyway, welcome back to Africa Unfocused. I am here with Donny Addison. We have our special guest in a bit we are going to interact with. If you happen to run into us on High Radio, Facebook, don't forget to share, because listen, we are almost being banned off the page and we need to fix it, which we are working on. But in the meantime, people are not seeing the alerts and everything as they used to once we come online. So if you see us, do share, do like, give us a shout out. And also on my Insta Live so that I could give a shout out back. And let's get into interactions. Today, we are talking about a whole lot. What's going on in our world. And we have a very, very special guest. And I don't know how I should introduce him, because there are many labels to his name, many titles. He has been doing a lot. I know him from Ghana. I've been on his show. Actually, we've interacted, we vibed, and at some point he was like, yeah, I'm coming to Holland. And I was like, okay. But I didn't know that he was really serious, because he has his reasons, his special reasons for coming here. Let me just introduce you. He's a versatile, multi-talented one, and he works in radio himself. He's going to tell a bit more about that. He happened to hop up here in Amsterdam. He said, you know what, I'm here. And he's a brand consultant as well, and he's been doing really a lot of things in entertainment for a good extensive years. Actually been building up and been engaging with many big time people in Ghana, and you hear him every time, actually, where you drive around in your taxi and everything of that, and you'll hear his voice. But without further ado, let's welcome Ato Kwamina here in the studio. Hello, Ato.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. After this intro, anything else to say? You guys just give me an award already.
I know, right? Well, speak it into existence. You never know in which short frame of time that may come up. How are you feeling, man?
I'm good. Just, like I said earlier, the temperatures are going up, and I'm like, wow.
Finally, right?
Kinda, yeah, but I don't miss the heat.
You don't miss it?
No, I really don't miss the heat. So I'm kind of torn in between, and I'm like, okay. I hope it gets colder again soon.
Why? No. Did you like it?
I did. I loved it. No. I really do.
You're kidding me.
I love the cold. I've been in Ghana literally cooking up for over 2 decades, and I'm finally experiencing some cold weather. Let me enjoy it.
Yo, this is the Netherlands.
Now you'll have the most.
You might regret what you asked for.
Yeah, exactly. Because the weather here is really not consistent.
Yes,
at all. We might get a really hot summer, but it might be really rainy as well.
Yeah, that's the thing that's I think really is sucks about the Netherlands so far. The weather, you can't predict it. It's, oh my god.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm enjoying my time here far. It's been amazing.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. That's good. Well, welcome to the Netherlands. I know you have some beautiful reasons that that has brought you here, but we'll go into that in a bit.
I was about to dive right into it. You can't.
Hold on, Donny. Hold it. First, let's talk about you. Who is Ato? Who is Ato? I know you as this bubbly, energetic guy. You're in radio. You're doing so much. Who is Ato?
Ato is like you said, an energetic
individual,
an entertainer, a people's person, and born in Ghana, and comes from Saltpond, and
Cape Coast region.
Yes, from Cape Coast, and I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been around trying to find my path. Media has been my path for the past 10 years, I should say.
That's quite of a long time.
Yeah.
Because we were even talking about you've been with City FM,
I've been with City
Ghana.
FM. In fact, I don't know if we're going to get into my journey, like how I started into media, but
go ahead. We
not?
would like
Yeah,
to
why
know
not?
how did it started.
So there's a little story. I was very passionate about the arts. I was a person who wanted to be like a visual artist, but then I had parents who had different plans for me.
Right.
So then I ended up being an engineer.
You did?
Yeah.
Man.
So I studied building technology, and on the side, I mean, extracurricular activities, I would just join the drama club, be in the school band, just getting my art part still alive.
Yeah.
So after school, I went to ATU, that's Accra Technical University, and so after that, I was like, okay, I've already lived my parents' plans for them.
Yeah.
So it was now time to chase my own dream as well. So then I joined Roverman Productions, Able White. So I've been doing theater too since 2014, I believe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I joined Roverman Productions. Then after school, I got some internships with production houses. I've worked with Reveal Productions, an ad agency. And then my breakthrough was when I started working with AE Media as a media production house in Ghana, and they were doing productions for TV3. So I was a producer for one of the shows on TV3. And at the same time, this happened on a Sunday. I went to a popular place in Osu, and it was my first time there. And I just connected with one individual, Johnny Stone, and he happened to be called onto YFM to be a host. And our interaction, that short interaction on that very day, Johnny Stone knowing me from anywhere, he was like, bro, come, it looks like you've got your stuff, you know what you're about, so come and help me with my stuff. I was like, sure, why not? So I was producer at TV3, and once I'm done with TV3, we're going to do the graveyard shift. That's from 10 to 4 a.m.
What, graveyard shift?
Yeah, that's what we call it. So in Ghana, when you're a new presenter, they give you the later hours so that you can like get your skill ready for main prime time. So we're doing the graveyard shift.
And prime time is?
Prime time is between 6 a.m. morning till 9 p.m.
Okay.
So every
3 hours.
Yes. So every hour after 9 on Ghanaian radio is kind of considered a graveyard shift, a place where new presenters will explore, try and get their radio voice and everything.
Right.
So I was producing for Johnny Stone, and then I was still trying to find my way to put myself on.
Put myself on.
Yeah. So I went for this CTFM event, and I don't know how it happens for me. Like, I just connect to the right people, and I think it's God. To be honest, I think it's just God. He just says, "Speak to this person," and then I speak to the people. And even how I met MS.ABA, or how I approached MS.ABA, it was funny. I'll get to that story. So then, so
I think I'm even still to remember how that went.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I spoke to the programs manager, Jessica, and she was like, "Oh, there's a role that we're looking to fill. So would you come by the office?" So blah blah blah. I mean, a few months passed, and I found myself at CT. I entered as an events and promotions executive, and then 3 months after, I got my TV show. That was 30 minutes. And then a few months after that,
it was called 30 minutes, or it lasted?
No. So the show lasts for 30 minutes and was called 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a social media show.
Right.
And yeah, so I got that show, and then a few months after that, I got on radio, mainstream radio, and it's been graceful since then. I did radio and TV for 2 to 3 years. And then I moved from CT and I went to YFM, where I started. If you put it, yes, where I started, and I got a show there called The Chill Zone, which you were on. So this is how I came across MS.ABA. So when she came on, I was telling her that I have some connections to the Netherlands, and I was looking to connect to the people here as well. So my wife is Dutch and Dutch Ghanaian. And
Dutch Ghanaian. Emphasis on Dutch Ghanaian. Sometimes I'm like, is it white Dutch or Ghanaian Dutch?
Dutch Ghanaian. And when we started talking about our life and where we're gonna go next after marriage and all of that, she was like, even when it comes to radio, for something for a channel like YFM in the Netherlands, which is like Ghanaian centric or Afrocentric, a few names come to mind. Then she mentioned High Radio, so I was like, okay, let me just look who
is on there.
What's High Radio? So I checked it up on Instagram. Then I followed MS.ABA because she seemed to be like the presenter that caught my attention.
Right.
Then I hit her up, and she was like, oh, she's going to come to Ghana soon. I'm like, okay, is this a coincidence? So I'm like, okay, whenever you come to Ghana, just pass by my show.
Right.
And funny enough, the church I attend, my pastor was related to her. So I'm like, he was like, oh, he welcomed me like, I have my cousin around. She's from the Netherlands. Can you put her on your show? I'm like, I already spoken to Abba. So like, it's like it was meant to be. Like,
right.
That's why I say everything was God. Like the dots just connected.
Oh, you met somebody that said that?
Yeah, Anthony Shaw.
Oh yeah, Anthony. Yeah,
Yes.
Shout out to Anthony, cousin Anthony.
Yeah, so that has been my journey in the media. So still doing theater with Uncle Abel White, being in a couple of movies. People see me. In fact, something happened a couple of weeks ago when I was in Amsterdam, around the Belma Arena, I guess. And this person saw me and walked and came back and was like, "Are you the guy from YOLO?" And I was surprised.
Yeah.
Because YOLO was shot like a couple of years ago, more than 5 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
And it was buzzing in Ghana, and I didn't know it crossed
do anything here.
Borders.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was really surprised. At the same time, I felt really good. Like, people actually recognized me. So, yeah, I did a bit of movie and theater production, and I'm here.
Okay.
Speaking of that, so you becoming, let's say, recognizable. How would you feel as a celebrity? Like, do you see yourself handling celebrityship well, or?
So this is my opinion about celebrities, and I only came to this conclusion a few weeks ago. If you're a celebrity, you're an opinion leader, and people follow your example or what you say.
Right.
So it's just like living a Christian life. If you're supposed to be a certain example to people, so if you are not being that example, then you're not a celebrity.
Yeah.
So I see myself to be living my life, and if people look up to me, and I know that they look up to me, I'll definitely be guided in how it's like a win-win for you. You could be a celebrity and not care about the people that look up to you,
Right.
and you could be a celebrity and be in check. So I don't see myself as a celebrity. I just
Not yet.
No.
But the more people come up, hey, you that guy. Hey, you that guy.
Exactly. They'll be recognizing you. They'll be like,
Well, recognition, yeah, but I don't know.
Was it? What if you become like extremely
Popular.
famous? Yeah.
right.
Then, like I said, I'll just make sure that I live a lifestyle that is right and by me and right by the beliefs that I have.
But one of the most difficulties celebrities or famous people have is the fact that they're trying to live a lifestyle they want, but then at the same time, the public eye
have their own opinion. Like I said,
could you handle that kind of?
I mean,
pressure.
I've so when YOLO was a hit in Ghana, you would say that I was some form of celebrity because
Wow.
people saw me and recognized me. They used to call me the condom guy.
Hey.
And
That sounds crazy.
because there was one particular scene of mine that a condom fell out of my pocket. So everybody knew me by that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody knew me by that. So did I live up to that name? No, but I think a lot of Ghanaians learned the bigger lesson at the end of the day. That you have to be safe. YOLO was all about sexual reproductive education and everything like that. So I think they got the message.
As long as they got the message.
They did.
Got you. In the meantime, you're getting a shout out from Trickmatic, who says,
Trey!
Ato's got it. He said, my regards to him. He's dope. Shout out to him and shout out to the live who just joined in to listen. I, Crystalina, Ike Bruce, and all of you who tuned in. Engage with us as we talk to Ato Kwamina, who is, listen, we are hearing of his track record all of the years. This is like respect. You deserve an award. I'm sure you've gotten an award somewhere.
I've got some nominations, but I think my award so far, that I consider as an award, like a trophy, is I'm going to say is she is my wife.
That is so sweet.
Because I got that award. I got that award at a point in time that I needed it, and it's more like divine. And I think God plans everything amazingly, and I tell her every time that whatever we plan, like God has to be in it. And so it's like that's like my trophy right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Best trophy. Wifey, you are a trophy. Shout out to the wifey.
Shout out.
All right. So those of you listening to African Focus, we're interacting with Ato Kwamina on, he is actually, presenter, producer, and so much more all the way from Ghana. He works at YFM, which is his latest. That's where we actually met up, I think last time when I was in Ghana for a while. And we're interacting with him and finding out about his journey and what brings him to Amsterdam. Donnie has loads of questions, but before we are really going to go into those questions, let's listen to some music, and we'll be really right back to talk to him some more because we're curious. We just want to know. But let's listen to you. One of my favorites, who is Asa, who just has an album out, which I think we should all hear. Ido Go, with her collaboration with Wizkid, and we'll be right back. Let's go. Okay, I'm laughing because we're having so many interesting conversation here, which I think is always quite interesting because I always love to hear the perspective of men. But anyway, welcome back to African Focus. I am MS.ABA, and I'm here alongside Donnie and our special guest, Ato Kwamina, to talk about his journey in radio and all of that, and what brings him here, because the journey, keeps being here. And we're almost hitting 9:45, coming to you live from the city of Amsterdam. We're not far from Arena. I know that this week there had been a match going on. Ajax won, and people are going crazy and all of that, but that's a whole nother topic. Welcome back. We are also highlighting our question of the week. Would you rather be liked or respected as a leader? I'm getting so many answers. At the end, we are going to answer the main question, and I know that Ato is probably going to have his 2 cents, something to chime in there. Me and Ato, Donnie has like a list of questions for you. I'm gonna just let him take it on. Yeah.
Well, so I actually wanted to discuss your journey here.
Yeah. My journey here. I'm here.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? So, like I mentioned a while ago, I got married during COVID, and COVID was a blessing to me, unlike to a lot of people. But COVID was a blessing to me, and I finally decided to tie the knot with my wife. Oh my!
Look at that!
Yeah. So in exactly 7 days, will be a year since.
Congratulations!
Any plans?
Come again?
Any plans?
Well, yeah, but you can say it on air. She's listening.
I mean, she's not. Oh, is she? Oh,
she's here.
Here. Yeah, I'm here in the Netherlands now because we decided to start something and test our options. I've been in the Ghanaian scene for a long time, and I wanted to experience something different. So I was like, okay, let's just come to your home. Let me come and see what
In
growing up,
your comfort zone.
yeah, what growing up was like for you. Because I mean, the 2 years where we actually decided to tie the knot was very difficult for her, because basically most of her family are here, and she was just there with me. Like, she basically had no friends, like nothing.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, let me see if I know I will definitely not experience the same thing as her, because she's an introvert and I'm very extroverted, like an extrovert.
How does that work actually? Do you guys
we
balance each other out, or
that's exactly what it is.
Oh, really?
I'm sugar, she's salt. When we put us together, it's a very nice balance.
Right.
And and so we decided to come here to the Netherlands and see how it's gonna go. She works here, and I'm like, I'm here now.
Right.
Let me see what my options are. So basically, that's why I'm here in the Netherlands now.
You mentioned it's a test. Is it temporary, or is the idea to actually?
It's the idea.
Settle.
It's the idea, and that's what we're planning towards, to finally settle and make a family here, and then that's basically what it is.
And so far, are you liking it?
Like I said, I love the Netherlands, apart from the weather. Yeah, I do love it. We come from a very high context background, and the people here are very low context and very direct. So
Pretty much.
And come again?
I said pretty much.
Pretty
Yes,
much, yeah.
pretty much direct. And I mean, I haven't had so much of a cultural shock yet, but I'm a very open-minded person. So I'm not shocked.
Okay.
I'm exposed to this thing. I'm like, okay, so it actually happens. Typical example that actually still gives me like a shock every time I get to the bus stop, and like people are standing like literally like a 1.5 meter distance, like COVID. Like COVID exists, but that's the Dutch people
Compared to the Trotro.
in Ghana. Like, everybody's at the bus stop. Somebody comes like, "Hey, good afternoon. Like, how you doing?" Like,
Standing
like
next to
Ghana, yeah, standing next to each other, touching each other. But here, like, they're scattered all around. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Ato, you're in a different place.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
You get
I'm
used
like, yeah, I'm getting used to it, and I'm hoping to learn a lot from you guys who have been here for a long time.
I like hearing of these cultural like differences.
Yeah, it's pretty it's good. It's good if you have an open mind about it, and you don't want to put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
You end up learning a lot, and you know when to use which part of you. So you know in which situation to use a very high context, to have a high context conversation. And you know when to use a low context. Like, you have that balance, and I think it's an advantage, because I've realized that people are not personal in people's personal space here, and once you have power to be in a personal space, and at the same time give the person their space, you have an advantage. So.
Yeah, but you possess the social skills as well as the communication tools and methods and all that to actually do that. So I guess that's why it's a lot easier for you to
very easy for me
not only adapt, but also to really probably even benefit from this whole
I
situation.
see an advantage,
Right.
and I'm here to milk it.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. That's always a
Yes,
good thing to
sure
do.
is.
And thinking in terms of opportunities, those are really. Any other culture shocks?
So I walk by someone's house. There are no curtains. I can literally see through the living room. Like, I can see everything. I'm like what's happening here?
Yeah.
Were you staring inside the house?
Like, you know,
They're probably looking at you like,
yeah, they're probably looking at me, and I'm like, okay, like, it's a thing here, like,
Right.
no
Yeah, I also
curtains.
find that with people that live in town, you know,
Yeah.
like they're just sitting watching TV and
and you just walk by.
yeah.
It's,
yeah, that one I do understand.
it shocks me all the time. I'm like, what? But I guess, and I think the another thing that I was talking about just a few days ago with one of my colleagues was the fact that over here we don't have this society doesn't frown on stuff like smoking weed, for example. And I'm in Amsterdam, and if I turn my face to the left, there's a puff in my face. I turn my face, a puff in my face, and like I'm getting all this bombardment of gases, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, where am I? Like,
I know, right?
I felt lost in Amsterdam for a while, but I kind of have to get used to the fact that people are not hiding their inhibitions here. Like,
true.
Like it's literally normal, but there's an advantage to that because you have access to these things.
Yeah,
nobody is saying no to it. So, do you have a high drug abuse rate here in the Netherlands? I don't really think
Not really,
so.
yeah.
But as compared to Ghana, where people have to actually literally hide to do these things, then you have a high rate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these things kind of like hit me, and I'm like, okay, there's some good and some bad, but it would be great if we could like actually blend all of it.
Have you already noticed or spotted certain things that you feel like if Ghanaians collectively will do this, then our country will literally skyrocket to the next level where we want it to be?
Yes.
What is it? Like, what do I want? Those things that you have noticed already?
The first thing would be sticking to time.
Wait. I'm already going to tell you. Leave that one out.
No, but because it's a factor, because Ghanaians are we're losing out because the world is moving faster. Not because you guys are 2 hours ahead or 7 hours behind, but just because we don't stick to time. Exactly. So that is one thing that I know the people here don't even relax on. Time is time.
Right.
And even being 10 minutes late, it's kind of offensive. It's very rude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right.
So that will be like the main thing. Obeying traffic regulations and speed limits. Yeah. You laughed. You know what I'm talking about. In Ghana, there's none like that. Like, I mean, they are there. You can get away with it. So people definitely do it and get away with it. But here you can't do it.
Right.
You can't do that. So those are the two that actually stand out for me. Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. But I think we also have that thing, because even I think the amount of Ghanaians that smoke in public, I can't count more than 5 that I know, even still here, being born and bred here. So I kind of think we take that with us, where we don't showcase some of the things that we do. Well, some of us, outside, other than when we are with our friends or with our people that, we feel comfortable with. But that's really interesting. And what about the food? What have you been eating? What is something typically Dutch that cheese? You like it?
Oh, I'm not a cheese fan.
Okay.
I'm not a cheese fan, and Dutch people like a lot of bread, different varieties of bread, and they like a lot of fries. I don't know who eats fries with mayonnaise, but people do here. So
you don't?
Fries is with ketchup. Like, how do you do mayonnaise? Like, how?
Oh,
like, how?
This is the first time
I was
I hear
fries
this.
with mayonnaise.
Like how?
I eat with both.
Standard.
I eat with both.
So yeah, so when it comes to the food, like I'm like, okay, but I mean, I live with my family, Ghanaian family, so we try as much as possible to do Ghanaian meals most often.
Yeah. And how do the Ghanaian meals taste like? Because I remember, like, for instance, me, like, I grew up.
So I miss kontomire, I miss fufu.
Kontomire.
I miss wache.
We have that here. Have you eaten the ones here, or you?
So I've had spinach sauce, which is like an equivalent for kontomire. I like it, but it's not there yet. I've had wache. I've had some ga kinky as well.
Ga kinky.
Yeah, from Rotterdam. It was good, but it's still not. It's just different,
I know.
Yeah.
And maybe I think from an air different.
Yeah, of course, the ingredients, everything.
If you
Yeah, I know.
yeah, there's no dirt in the foodie, so
There's no dirt in the food.
but yeah.
So the food kind of like tastes very light.
Yeah, and Dutch people don't know what like really spicy, like spicy hot is. I'm like, can I have my food spicy? And I'm like, okay. And then you bring it and I taste it and I'm like, is that spicy?
So yeah.
It's not big. So and one of my friends advised that I have like my own bottle of some pepper.
Yeah,
take
true.
Wherever I go.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Oh, I know somebody who actually does.
Well, is that too much?
Don't tell me you're carrying hot sauce in your bag, MS.ABA.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, she's not doing that, but I know people who actually do that.
Slim is smiling because he does.
In his back pocket.
In his back pocket,
Yeah.
But that's really interesting. So you're now here. Let's say you actually you've settled here. What's your next move?
So definitely my next move would be trying to do what I love, which is the media.
Right.
And I mean, in the next couple of years, I'm hoping to start my own advertising agency. Yes, so I'm getting all the skills that I can get because I do branding, I do marketing, and then I do everything art. So graphics. I have a good voice, they say. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about that radio voice thing, because
yeah,
it's important.
Yeah, so some radio, some TV. If the opportunity falls on my lap, so I'll definitely grasp it. And,
Do you feel like language is going to
be a barrier?
Yeah.
So I find myself in a very Dutch community, or I mean, the country's Dutch, and I need to actually learn the language. I believe so. If like for the long term I want to be here, I really need to pick up with the language. But the good thing about the Netherlands is that a lot of people speak English.
True.
So if you don't get the Dutch, they'll definitely speak English to you.
True.
But I don't want that to be
a stumbling block. Yeah.
Yes, that will deter me from learning a language is always good, because if I know that if I could speak Dutch, at least I could know some bit of Afrikaans, which is South African, and when Germans speak, maybe I might get one or two out of that. So why not get an advantage? So I'm looking forward to learning the language.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends if you can utilize that language to your benefit, to whatever you have.
I'm going to be doing,
you have on your schedule. So about the radio voice thing.
What about it?
How did you? So
how did I develop it?
You were actually producing shows on radio and television.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you found yourself
in the front of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it how big of your voice it played in that?
So being on radio, how I got on radio, it wasn't my voice as in the texture or the tone, but it was my voice as into being able to be creative, because being a producer, you're supposed to think for your host, and my creativity spoke for me. So you're like, okay, this guy has a lot of ideas. So the day the host is not in, so I always prepared myself for the day. I'm not saying that I prayed the way you're nodding. Yeah, I didn't pray that my host would fall sick or something, but I was just waiting.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I was just preparing myself for that, because I wanted to be on radio. So what I did for like 2 or 3 years continuous was that every time I drove to work, I would play with my radio knob, the volume up and volume low, and try and speak.
Oh.
So yeah, I have a couple of videos on Facebook and on my Instagram that show me doing that, just being in my car. So I turn the volume low. I'm like, if you just tune in to Hiradio, Ato Kwamina on the MSC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is how, and that's how I built confidence.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of people saying, "Hey, you should do this radio thing." I got so it kept me moving. I kept sending my videos to people like Official Kwame, a lot of people, just to get their feedback and in fact, I've had very discouraging words like people like you have to sound more like yourself, and I get that, but when you are in your creative elements, there's a different part of you that comes out. So there was that. It didn't let me down, but I kept doing it year after year, and then I finally got my voice, if you say so.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how it happened for me.
amazing. Because I'm still trying to figure out whether I have the radio voice.
You
and how
have
I
an
can,
amazing voice. Like I was listening to you. You sound like
Just
I
like
don't-
our coach said, right?
Do you know Eddie Aqua Jr.? He's with
Terrible
DWTV. He's a
names.
Ghanaian. He's big on DWTV. He's a presenter. You should actually look him up. Eddie Michael Jr.
Eddie Michael Jr. All right.
Micah, yeah. He's fantastic. As
Right.
well. And you sound like him. You sound like somebody who's supposed to be on BBC giving updates on the news.
You know?
Look at that. You're hearing this
Let's
from a
speak back into
professional.
existence.
Yeah.
You're hearing this from a professional.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
I trust your expertise, by the way.
Thank you.
So if you say so, then I believe in it.
you should look into Eddie Michael.
But I also like the fact that you actually practice
You have to.
your voice.
And I used to look in the mirror every morning and say, like, after you can do this, speak to myself. So that brings the other part of me that I kind of like want to start doing here. So I'm an event MC host as well.
Yep.
And so I want to start doing that here as well. I've linked up with names like Almeida, Dennis.
Oh yeah.
And a few who are here doing the thing as well. And Netherlands, look out for me because
Look out. Germany, Belgium, France, Italy.
I've got some different energy, man.
Oh wow.
That's good,
I'm
that's
looking forward
good.
to all the weddings this summer, man.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
do this.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It's good to find some new, voices in the scene. So good. Ben, so what's next for you aside from that here in the Netherlands? I know you will be being at every wedding. Are there any things in the pipeline?
So like I have a couple of weddings that I've been booked for. I need
Okay.
more.
Booked
Yeah.
and busy.
But I need to get more busy. Hopefully, like you mentioned, to start doing the media thing here as well.
Yeah.
So if Hi Radio wants to say hi to me, I'm saying hi back.
That's a hint.
Radio.
That's a hint for DJ Royal, CEO of High Radio. So just so you know.
Yeah, if you're saying hi to me, I'm saying hi right back.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we have been, talking so much about your journey, and it was such a pleasure to find out about where it kind of all started. You're here to stay for now.
Yeah.
Basically, so people should be really, get familiar with that face, with that voice, and all of that you are doing. And we also wanted to ask you about our question of the week. I don't know if you hear a bit about that.
The leadership question.
Yes. Would you rather be liked or respected as a leader?
So I believe that being respected, or being liked is a conditioning. Is a conditioning, because human beings or followers can be conditioned to like or either respect you.
Yeah.
And I believe that if you're liked, that would translate into some form of respect.
Yeah.
So then the question will rather be, what kind of like do you want, or what kind of respect are you expecting to have as a leader? And that is always a leader's burden to be able to carry a group and be able to share the vision to the people. Some people may not like you, but if you are directing them in the vision that they should go, then they will respect you. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Okay.
You may not like me, but I'm taking you where you want to be. So you will respect me for that.
So are you saying you rather be respected as a leader or
liked?
So
you have to pick
as
one?
as Ato Kwamina, I would want to be liked.
Okay.
Because I know that I'll be able to convert that like into loyalty.
All right.
Which is like a bigger umbrella, and respect and every other thing falls under loyalty. So that'll be me.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. That's actually really a different one because everybody was like, oh, respect. Even Trickmatic said it's better to be respected. People don't have to like you to respect you. You could be liked for the wrong reasons. A respected image opens better doors. Likeness could go only to a point where respect all opens limitless doors. All right. We also had some others who were on the Insta Live that shared, you know what, it's better to be respected. Donnie, what's your answer?
I am also. At first, I was like, you know what, I'd rather be respected.
Okay.
But then I was like, no, you guys should like me.
Should like you, okay.
Rather than that respect. But still, as a leader, yes, respect, definitely. As a person, like me, but as a leader, respect.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good thinking there. I agree. I'm actually having the experience where I'm so much liked.
That it hurts your respect.
Yes, exactly. So to even out that, I'm siding with the respect thing because it's necessary. It actually, for me to, you know, get the job done, and I feel like a particular respect would like awaken a team or a group or whatever to get the job done. But hey, there's a whole story to that.
There is.
There's a whole story to that.
I have a last question for
sure.
Our brother Ato.
Sure.
One takeaway from this whole pandemic. One thing that you learned, or
one thing that I'll take away, that will be my takeaway from this pandemic, that the pandemic has been a reset for the world, and people are now understanding the need to be loved. So my takeaway from the pandemic is that love is important. And when I talk about love, I mean family, I mean friends, I mean the people who are there for you. These things are very important. The world lost sight of that. And COVID just reset, like, okay, you went 2 years without seeing the other person. Now you've got to rethink and know that, okay, look, these people are important to me. I need to make time for them. And that will be my takeaway from COVID.
Thank you.
Oh, good stuff. I like that. Those are some punchlines. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ato Kwamina, to have you here on the show. I would love to have you on here as many, and I've notified Royal so that he knows that you're saying hi.
Yeah,
so
I'm
we should definitely continue or follow up on that. Thanks so much for joining us. Where can people find you online?
Just look for the social media handle Ato Kwamina. So ATOKWAMINA with an underscore at the end on all social media platforms.
Right. And on Twitter as well?
Yeah, on Twitter as well.
On Twitter.
Yep.
Okay, good stuff. Instagram and all of that.
The same handle.
Any shout outs?
Shout outs going out to my family who are listening, my wife especially, of course. And shout outs to MS.ABA, Donnie in the studio. Shout outs to Royale. Shout outs to Amsterdam. Shout outs to Ghana. Shout outs to the world.
Hey. On that note, we're rounding up Africa on Focus with myself and Donnie. Donnie, any plans for this week?
No, but I would like to say happy birthday to my brother.
Okay. Happy birthday, brother.
Frederick Skippy.
Frederick.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Frederick.
Yes.
All right. And also happy birthday to you, because you kept confusing me with your birthday.
Oh, his birthday's today?
I don't know, somewhere this week.
Okay. Somewhere this week.
Somewhere this week.
I have a birthday
and
week.
He's been stuffing himself with velvet cake.
Yes.
All right.
Have you tried the velvet cake already?
Which is it?
The red velvet cake.
From where? Is there a particular place? I know the red velvet cake though.
Oh, from the Drie Graafjes.
No. I haven't.
No, okay.
Is it the best?
Your
red
first
velvet
three Dutch words. De Drie Graafjes. Tell your woman, tell your lady, I want to go to the Drie Graafjes.
Maybe you should go for your anniversary there and go there and have a bite. Can you go and have a bite for the red velvet?
Yeah,
okay, yes, with the
We'll
nice
see.
coffee
The Drie
or tea.
Graafjes.
The Drie Harafis. Yeah, we'll get there.
I love that. On that note, we're rounding up Africa in Focus. Have you missed an episode? Make sure that you follow up on our podcast episodes. I'm dropping them one by one on all your podcasting platforms. And of course, the follow-up or the recap of the show comes on Africa in Focus at the YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Donnie is still hiding, but you can follow me, MS.ABA, MS.ABA. You'll find me on there. And of course, if you happen to stumbled upon us on Facebook, make sure that you like or follow this page, and we will be catching you next week. There is this song by Simi that I just have to share. It's just giving me so much good vibes. Simi just has that voice, man. She does it for me. And the record is called Sare. And I would say God bless and meet you again